Equal representation, represent our communities better, and also get the fair share of funding that each community deserves.
City Councilor and State Rep Tom Stanley was one of several city officials to underscore the importance of the 2010 census at the recent opening of the new census office on Waverly Oaks Road. According to a recent article in the Boston Globe, the stakes for Massachusetts are $13 billion, about $2,000 per person, and possibly one congressional seat.
It will determine the dollars, the funding that flows into our community here in Waltham.
For schools, a Head Start, community programs, safety and health programs.
The last census was held in 2000. To ensure that households return the census questionnaires after they are sent out in mid-March, the 2010 questionnaire has been simplified.
We only had 10 questions, 10 minutes. And in that question, we asked only the age of the people, how many people live in this house, how many people, if the people own the house. No, we don't ask any question about immigration.
Households that don't return the questionnaire will be visited by a field rep in April. But in a world unkind to strangers knocking on the door, the challenges for the 2010 census are great, especially among immigrants.
It's very difficult to get the attention of immigrants for anything that doesn't directly affect them and their families.
Waltham's Complete Count Committee will reach out to schools, immigrant communities, and faith-based groups to emphasize the safety and importance of the census questionnaire. One prominent local Latino group, Latinos en Acción, is already on side.
Well, we're going to work, our group is going to be united in trying to get all the Latino people in our community, because it's very important to know the exact amount of people who are living in a home.
Es bien importante, es seguro. Nosotros necesitamos estar contados para los beneficios que el gobierno les va a dar a la ciudad de Waltham.
The Waltham Alliance to Create Housing, which works closely with immigrants and low-income residents on a variety of issues, is also working to remove the stigma from the census form, which will be available in 5 languages.
We are planning on having our tenant clinic staff be trained to help people fill out their census form. So whether they're English speakers or Spanish speakers, we can help people just sit down with the form and just go and fill it out with them.
The Constitution mandates that all residents, regardless of citizenship, fill out the questionnaire. The information is 100% confidential and is not shared with any other government department.
And census data is not released to the public for 72 years.
The biggest immediate boon to the city from the census could come in the form of jobs.
We have about 30 or 40 people working in this office when we're fully staffed, but a total staff of probably close to 1,000. The rest of those people will be field operations folks getting these counts for us.
The Waltham office is one of 11 statewide and will serve 44 communities. Susan Knapp is one of several formerly unemployed Waltham residents who has already been hired.
And saw a posting online for census positions, and so I applied.
The bulk of the hiring will take place in March and April, but the response is already encouraging.
Each one of us personally talks to a number of people who are very anxious to get work. Most of these jobs are a little less than full-time, and they are temporary jobs, but I think it's going to be a great shot in the arm for the economy, for the area.
Ultimately, the goal is to have familiar faces appear at your door if you fail to return the census form. For Waltham Newswatch, this is Chris Wangler.